Can't
right
get out
here.
of this.
I got it. This one's mine. This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane, where are you? Whatever you do, just stay away from the spores. I'm gone. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. My turn. Elusive deity.
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
Make it rain. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Here I go. One more.
Hurricane Swarm. Next.
What's going on?
Dragon Swarm. Burn in hell.
Nothing.
Dragon Swarm.
Do it. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble. My turn.
Hear me. Flame of fury.
Hurricane Blast.
Now
See what I can do. Tear.
Hear my
Hurricane
call.
Blast.
Here I go. Here's evil.
Dragon Swarm.
You've got a knack for battle.
Still plan on training though.
That's what I like to hear.
In a bind, look sharp. The flaming strike is yours to be let free. On your knock.
This one's mine. It's in the sky and mine. I'm ready.
Dragon
This
Swarm.
one's mine. Where are you going? Not in the street. Do it. Hear me. Flame of fury. Burning strike. Send my ultra.
Dragon
Who
Swarm.
wants to die next?
Take this.
Take this.
Negative nine. Resonate with the earth. I'm not done.
Blaze off fire.
I'm not done. This one's all mine. Dragon Swarm.
I'm ready. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. Double demon flash.
I never miss.
They smite black
This
blade.
is it.
Dragon Swarm. Here I come.
Time to
Here I
go.
come.
Hurricane
I'm ready.
Astral energy.
Say no more. Resonate with the earth.
This one's mine.
Dragon
Can't
Swarm.
get out of this.
Sword off.
Dragon Swarm.
Don't mind if I do. Make it rain. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. Dragon Swarm.
Radiant Hurricane strike. I'm out of ammo. I'm all shot.
Burn in hell.
Annihilation.
Dragon Swarm.
Make it rain. Astral energy. Full throttle.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Here I come.
Here's a
Negative gate. Time to let it rip. Blood.
Down. You're off.
Dragon Swarm.
Searing flame. Reload. I'll heal
I'll
you all.
smash you.
Ryan.
Coming through. Ha! Melt. Scarlet Inferno.
Here, let me help.
Ignite.
Inferno crossing.
Take this. Take this. No further. Dragon Swarm.
Sorry, I didn't want to put you out. You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Double demon fang.
Where are you going?
Double demon fang.
And just like that, I'm back in it.
I have
Start by
no
holding
limit.
the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Don't mind if I do.
Double demon fang.
Far enough. Healing circle.
Keep charging up.
That's what my shield's
Dragon
for.
Swarm.
Get behind me.
Done. Coming through. Ha! Melt. Scarlet Inferno. Double demon fang.
Hurricane strike.
Ignite. Soaring blast. Double demon. No, double demon.
Armor won't save you.
Radiant blood. Here.
Take this. Dragon
Inferno crossing. This one's mine. This isn't ideal.
I'm ready. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade. Shine. Radiant Dragon Swarm of regeneration.
Lightning.
Regeneration. Double demon fang.
Look sharp.
Double demon fang.
Hurricane strike.
Dragon Swarm.
Here. Let me help. Here goes.
Double demon fang.
Will this help?
It's on. Demon Fang!
I never miss! Inferno!
Ready and raring! Take this! Dragon
Here's
Swarm!
the healing art! Far enough! Do it!
More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Long slog with this one.
I can carve through. Ready and ready.
Tiger blade.
Take this.
Water astral energy!
Take cover when it curls up.
See what I can do.
Lightning
Got
orb!
fire.
I'll stop its charge.
Mark
No
safety,
good.
Sarah!
All yours. Dragon Swarm.
Free pressure!
Dragon
Dance
Swarm.
in the wind! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
By the blade!
Dragon Swarm.
Finish without a here!
Astral Arts.
That's my cue!
Shut him down. I'm not done. Dragon Swarm. Double Demon Swarm. Double Demon Swarm. Prepare to be seized. Here I go. In a bind.
I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa.
Radiant Pierce!
Make it rain.
It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! A flawless victory! Naturally! Hold on to your art! Here I come! Glacial Spirit! Here three!
I'll bash you to the
Glad you had your use left!
I'll show you how useful I can be.
Where are you going? Hurricane foot! There you go! Don't let up! Crescent Dome! Lightning descent! Hurricane foot! Going in!
Run! Prepare to be seized. No further.
Here, let me help.
Do it!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone.
Did it.
Yeah! Nice technique. Armor is all mine.
Dragon Swarm.
On guard. Inferno crossing.
No escape. The flame inside me yearns to be let free. Dragon Swarm.
Let's keep up the pressure.
Not on my watch! Searing flame! Reload!
I'm ready.
Take the flame to war! Go! I'm only getting started!
Going in.
Anything
in armor is all mine. Knock it into next week.
You made short work of that one.
I'm sorry. Having trouble keeping up?
Go on right behind you.
You're spicier than you look.
Can't change the future without getting your hands dirty.
The matter?
Dragon Swarm.
Hurricane Swarm!
Demon Fang. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. Predict it.
Rain down!
Ether.
Frost and rain!
Dragon Swarm.
Where are you going? Warrior power! In here! Will this help? Inferno process! Heal! Will this help? More for the
Double Demon Fang.
healing crescent! Will they do that? Alright!
I can do without this pain.
I owe you, Sion. Healing is what my art can do. All mine can do is cause havoc in the person. As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improved.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Sion actually look flustered.
Come on. You have to hold on.
You get the gist. Here's the healing art. Blah, blah, blah. The flames will roar.
This one's mine.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Inferno Carpet! Resuscitation! Ground and curl! Magic is out! Sleep now! I'll heal you all! This is coming handy! Healing circle on guard! I'm only getting started!
I can carve through armor!
Flaming meteor! I'm never fit! Inferno Carpet!
This one's all mine! Dragon
So
Form!
if I do! Denied! Mega Ray!
Burn it!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Here I go! You're mine!
Double Demon Fang!
Going in! Lightning rage is happening!
Dragon Swarm!
This one's mine! Walk us away! Hurricane Strike! One more
This
time!
one's mine!
All disasters made one!
There are friends lucky!
Tiger Pain!
Double Demon Fang!
Going in! Ground and pound!
Dragon Swarm!
This isn't ideal.
Take this!
Don't leave me all alone.
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Not a chance! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! I can carve through armor!
This one's mine!
Burn! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Dragon Swarm!
Raging Storm! Hurricane Thrust!
Hurricane Thrust!
Raging Cyclone!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Hold on to your arms!
Make it right!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Looks like we made it here in one piece. I've got to keep my... This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I've been thinking about what we discussed earlier. His reasons might not have been pure, but in the end, Dohalim still made Elda a place where Danans and Renans can coexist. I thought everyone would welcome that change, with open arms. I took pride in what we had without putting in the work to truly solidify it. After so much failure, do you think I even have the right to pursue my ideals?
It doesn't matter what I think. You've already found your answer, haven't you?
I know what I want to say, but I can't help but wonder if I'm being selfish.
Everybody makes mistakes in life, Kisara. Everybody. It's what you do afterwards that matters. But you already knew that, right?
Yeah. I won't look away from the world any longer. I'll do my best to confront reality, so that we don't lose anyone else, ever again. More to the point, Dohalim needs someone who can push him forward. I think we both get lost in our sorrow too easily when we focus on the past.
If we see that happening, we'll set him straight. Don't worry. We'll look out for both of you. I have to say, though, if you turned out this well modeling yourself after Miguel, he really must have been a great man.
What, you didn't believe me before? I'm pretty sure I've been going on about him since I joined up. If you need more convincing, I've got plenty more stories about him.
Maybe another time.
Don't worry. Once I finish folding these clothes, I'll go to sleep. Before we go, do you guys have everything? Oh! You know, don't you think we're running a little low on food?
I guess we are. Looks like there's a place to fish over there.
Oh, what do you know? I'll go catch us some dinner.
You could have just said you wanted to fish. Hey, that looks pretty good.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Well, if it ain't the Blazing Sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renin engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renin?
Yep. Said they came from Menencia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.
This thing already looked plenty huge from afar. Seeing it up close makes it really hit home.
I didn't expect the journey to go so smoothly. I figured the Renins would send something to sink us.
Maybe they didn't think we had the nerve to come.
Somehow I kinda doubt that.
It's entirely possible they don't see us as a threat.
What do you mean?
That they think they're beyond our reach. Still, this structure is quite the unusual sight. Truth be told, never seen anything like it.
You're right. It doesn't look like the buildings on Lenegis at all. Or like any Renin structure for that matter.
It's weird. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that has people inside either. Yeah, it's definitely something creepy. What the hell is it even made of?
I don't know. It's not mechanical or biological, but it's definitely alive in some way.
Shion?
I'm okay. It's nothing.
Well, what do we do now?
We have to stop this thing from siphoning off all of Dana's astral energy. That means finding the core and smashing it to bits.
Okay, but look at the size of it. I don't know if we'll find the core just wandering around.
Good point. Can anyone get a read on the astral energy around us? Any kind of a sign?
There's a rather enormous flow of energy moving directly upwards. If we wish to follow it, we'll have to do some climbing.
Rinwell?
Over there?
Hey, what's up with you?
Huh?
You okay? What happened?
I'm not sure. When I was reaching out to the astral energy, I thought I heard a voice.
A voice?
Yeah. I couldn't make out any words, but it sounded like it wanted me to come to it.
This seems like a trap, right?
It's not a trap.
How can you tell?
Listen, I don't know why, but when it spoke to me, I knew it wasn't hostile.
What do you think?
It could well be a trap. However, it's also our only real option short of wandering aimlessly about.
Let's trust Rinwell on this.
You sure?
Yeah.
It beats the alternative, I guess. What did I say? Sheesh, it's like walking on eggshells around here.
Sometimes you have to choose your words more carefully, Law.
Huh? Oh, right.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
I see that the interior of the wedge is every bit as strange and unusual as the exterior. Intriguing.
If I didn't see it come from Lenegis, I wouldn't believe it was Renan. Just what's with this place?
Yeah, it's all twisty and lumpy. Whatever it's all for, I'm stumped.
Prepare to be sealed, though. Found this more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
On guard! Burning! You're mine!
Water!
Here I come! Harder! Here I come!
We
Consider yourself finished!
Purge malevolence!
Double demon power!
Lightning! Not in your dreams!
Dragon!
You require a hand.
Take this!
Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
What a rush!
That's far enough!
Double demon
Water,
bang!
hear my call!
Here's the evil!
Dragon swarm!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Raging cascade!
This one's not denied!
Dragon swarm!
Make it rain!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Flame! Vanish without a trace!
Dragon swarm!
Look sharp!
You're mine!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There! And a
Dragon swarm!
In a bind?
This one's all mine! Dragon swarm!
Here's her!
Burn and kill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Go no further!
Double demon bang!
Dragon! I never miss!
You want me? Come get me!
Double demon bang!
Look sharp!
Get out of there together!
Double demon
Hold
bang!
on to your art! Here I come!
Here's the
In an instant!
Impact block!
Oh, sparkling star! Rain down!
Smash you!
Radiant blood!
We did it!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improving.
No, I've never seen Shion actually flustered.
I need to be stronger.
This is all Dana's astral energy.
Are you saying the Renans are funneling it through here to send to Lenegis?
Sure looks like it. We have to put a stop to it. Quickly.
I won't forgive you!
Demon bang!
Far enough!
Take this!
Dance to the wind! Air thrust! Light astral!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Now! Hurricane thrust! Hurricane
This
thrust!
one's mine!
I still got a ways to go.
Hi, Hoodle!
Demon bang!
It's over!
Hurricane thrust!
Take away!
bad, right? Yes, Alvin. Very bad.
I don't feel so good.
Dragon Form! Your guy is mine!
Dragon Form!
Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
My turn! Double Demon Fang!
Shiny Supernova! Healing Circle!
No further! Dragon Form! Now I can let loose!
Lightning Orb!
Double Demon Fang!
Purge Malevolence! Magic Exam!
It's over!
Sleep now!
You're mine!
Get on in there with the others! Opening Stars of Light! Rain down and
You're finished this time!
I'll heal you all!
Dragon Form!
Seal! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
This seems strange. Like it should be among creatures you'd find in a forest.
Cut it out! I don't need to hear that! It's gotta be man-made, right?
Were it so, it would not be any easier to predict. Remain vigilant.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Dragon Form! Double Demon Fang!
I'll never miss!
Not today!
Armor won't save you! Take this! In a bind?
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Come one, come all!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Demon Fang! Dragon! You picked damage! Dragon Form!
Here's evil! Is that the arts? Now I've seen everything!
I'm free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Demon Descent! Flashing Fang!
Here's a healing
Not
arc!
again! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Denied!
Hurricane Thrust! This one's online! Not today!
Do it! Here's the roll! This one's got your name on it! Lightning
Not
Descent!
again!
Ready and raring!
Hurricane Strike!
Hurricane Thrust!
By the powers of
Armor won't save you!
Dragon Form!
God can't get out of this!
Hurricane Strike!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Good to know my training is paying off.
No choice! Double Demon Fang!
This one's mine!
Dragon Form!
Like moths to the flame!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for you
Not
and
today.
truly!
Dragon Form!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil! I'll be saving this one!
Take this!
No more
Leave them
playing
smelling
nice!
to me.
Yeah! Pummeling to me!
Double Demon Fang!
In
Try
here!
harder! My
Hold
turn!
on to your art! Here I come!
Dragon Form!
Here's
Do it! Burn up!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Yeah! Nice technique! It's time!
You picked the wrong fight!
Take this!
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm!
This one
As impressive as always. No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Keanu actually look flustered.
Hurricane Rush!
I'm gone!
Rain down and purify all! With this, I can become even stronger.
This place definitely isn't easy to navigate. That's for sure.
I doubt this structure was conceived with the ease of people's movement in mind.
Yeah. We've been seeing nothing but Zoogle nests.
It's almost as if we're inside an incredibly immense spirit vessel of some sort.
A spirit vessel? If that's the case, then that would make Lenegis the master core that's receiving all the astral energy.
Hey, have you heard that voice again since we came in here?
Oh, so now you believe me?
I never said I didn't believe you.
The further in we go, the stronger the voice gets.
Is that a sign we're going the right way then?
Where's this voice coming from? Can you tell?
Yeah, kind of. I hear it inside me, but I feel like it's also coming from every direction around us. It's hard to describe. It's almost like it's surrounding me.
Surrounding, huh?
Considering astral energy is involved, it's not that unusual.
Right, but it's not scary or anything. Listening to it is really soothing.
If you think so, just promise you'll say something if the voice gets too clingy or anything.
I promise.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
This one's mine!
This one's all mine!
Inferno
No further!
This one's
Dragon
mine!
Swarm!
First aid! Raging
Good
storm!
shot!
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon
Here
Swarm!
goes! Searing flame!
Do it, Fridwell!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
Double Demon Fang!
All thanks to you.
Dragon Swarm!
Thunderblade!
Double Demon Fang!
Flame of fury!
Shield and fire!
Glacier
Here, here's your
Double Demon Fang!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both. This one's mine!
Try harder! This one's all mine! Burn!
Dragon Now, get toasty!
Burn strike!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
No choice! Double Demon Fang!
This one's mine! Get out of this! Inferno crossing!
Double Demon...
Now you see what I can do!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm gone!
Now it's the piglet!
Double Demon Fang!
Prepare to be seared, those sleeping folks. Actually, that is more appropriate.
Let's have some more doing. Now! This one's mine. Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot! Look sharp! Dragon form!
Not yet, my watch! Ornament meteor! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Seriously? Is this a joke? Dragon form! Ready and ready! Now you see what I can do!
Your wings won't save you from me!
Not today!
On guard!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you truly!
What the hell is going on?
Hold on, get back!
We'll take point
Too
here.
dangerous! Thanks for the healing. Yeah, you too. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
Come one, come all! Dragon form!
You're spicier than you look.
Can't change the future without getting your hands dirty.
Dramatic. That's fair.
Glacial fire!
Feel. Inferno! I'll be saving you.
Dragon form!
Ready to go.
Far enough!
Healing. I'm ready. This one's mine.
Make it way! Look sharp! Lightning fire blade!
Now.
Now! Take this!
Searing flame.
Dragon form!
Switch to offense.
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat. Looks like some solid equipment.
Right, here goes! Dragon form! Dragon form! Here I come! Eat this!
Now
See what I can do!
Not on my watch!
Now or never!
Healing circle!
No further!
My head's spinning!
What? Double demon fang!
Dragon form! Never miss!
Burn in hell!
This one's mine!
Dragon form!
Here's evil! This one's mine! Don't give up the pressure!
Prepare to be seared!
Getting started!
Can't get out of this!
Inferno crossing!
Double demon fang!
Here goes!
Not take this!
Denied!
The flame inside me yearns
How do
to
you
be
like
let
being
free.
pounded into shape?
You picked the wrong fight!
Aw, two guys come over. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malum!
Will this help?
Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
This one's mine.
Lightning!
Double demon fang!
Here goes! Not in your dreams!
Double demon fang!
Annihilation!
Double demon fang!
You make me angry. That was a bad idea.
Dragon!
Switch
Dragon form! This one's all mine!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flame the Molotov! Here, let me help.
Demon Fang!
Anything in armor is all mine! Where was I?
Armor won't save you!
Lightning!
Dragon form!
Excited! Time walking orb! Searing flame! Raging cascade!
Thrust!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Everyone's still in one piece?
No choice!
Here's a healing arm!
Dragon form!
You have nothing!
Demon
Hear my
Fang!
call! In here!
Dragon form!
They look cute and stuff, but they're vicious!
Take this!
Hurricane Flush!
We got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Now where was I?
Come up!
It's time! There with the
Dragon form! Burn!
This one is mine!
Dragon form!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! A flawless victory! On guard! Naturally!
Dragon form!
Don't mind if I do! This one's mine!
Astral Art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Raging storm and pearl!
Here I come!
Downfall!
Dragon form!
I'm on that! If it's in the sky, it's mine! Guard!
I'm nearly done for! Dragon form! Hit time! Dragon form! Take this! Eat dirt! Now, let me...
Make it rain! Astral energy! Full throttle! By the power of
Take this!
flame! Vanish without a trace! This one's
this!
mine! Oh, sparkling stars of light!
Dragon
Rain
form!
down! Explosion! Far enough!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
The flames will roar!
Double Demon Fang!
Burning strike! Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
Looks like we made it here in one piece. This looks perfect. Guaranteed to hit the spot. All right, it's done. Apologies for the wait, you guys.
That's a lot of fish you've cut up again, Kisara.
That's because I caught so many earlier. If you're going to eat them, it's best to do it while they're still fresh.
Was it difficult slicing up that many fish?
No, I'm used to it. It's no big deal for me at this point.
I know I probably shouldn't be saying this after all the trouble you went through, but I've never really understood the appeal of sashimi.
Oh, I'm sorry, Law. I didn't realize. I only make it because it's an easy way to deal with big catches when I fish.
You haven't done anything wrong, Kisara. Law, if you don't like the flavor, you're always welcome to add some of my spices to it.
Hey, yeah, that might work. I'll just put some of this here.
What's wrong, Law? I'd never seen someone jump up and sprint off that fast.
He ran as soon as he took a bite of that sashimi.
Was he crying because of the taste?
I don't think the sashimi is the problem here, guys.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while?
Unfortunately, we'll have to continue our conversation later. Shall we get moving? That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Let's dispose of the trash.
You want me? Come get me! Glacial fire! Double demon fang!
In here!
Glacial demon fang!
Here's the evil! Warrior blade!
Double demon fang!
There's no way to run!
It's all mine!
Don't mind if I do!
The flame inside me! Get away! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
My turn!
Radiant Fire!
Hurricane
Field!
Flash!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
With your flames and my technique?
We're stronger together than we are apart.
We've sure climbed up a long way, haven't we?
Watch your step ahead. With no fencing in place, it would be quite hazardous to fall.
Let's dispose of the trash. This one's mine! Raging Passion! Reload and go!
Hurricane thrust!
I'll be saving you!
Devastation!
Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Dragon form!
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Ready and real.
Double demon fang! This one's all mine! Double demon fang!
Do it. This ends now.
Consider together!
Demons descend!
Flashing bang! Double demon bang! How about that? Not today! Dragon swarm!
Looks like it could be worth something.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
You wanna play? Coming through! Ha! No! Scarlet Inferno!
Radiant light! Here!
Too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Denied!
You fight better at a distance. Further away the better. You and I both.
Ignite!
You are in tip-top shape.
How could a girl ever say no? As impressive as always.
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done!
Now I can let loose! Double demon fang! Now I can let loose! I can feel my power growing!
This looks nice and tough.
Say no more! Shot!
Armor won't save you!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Going in!
Dragon swarm!
Give me a fist on! Make it roll! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
You were practically a blur. Together with your marksmanship, we make quite the team.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
Little help!
Double demon fang! This one's all mine! Double demon fang! Dragon swarm! Ignite!
No matter what, nothing gets past my shield. My head's spinning, just watch me go.
Dragon swarm!
Get out!
Try
Coming
harder!
through!
My turn! what I can do.
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too.
Not today! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my fears for. Get behind me.
Good! I'll leave it to you! Dragon Swarm! Inferno Toxic! Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane Thrust! I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Molotov!
Here, let's
Dragon Swarm!
go in. First aid! Now,
Take this!
sleep
No
now.
further!
Gemini Ultra! Annihilate!
Dragon Swarm!
By the power of the Inferno Toxic!
Double Beam Effect!
Denied!
The flaming sun deserves to be let free!
Magic is there! Inferno Toxic! Freeze Blaster!
Dragon Swarm!
Shield! Here I go! For the stockpile! You're mine!
Let's keep up the pressure!
Annihilate!
This one's mine!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
I'm tough. Now my clothes.
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Glacial Spear!
Double Beam Effect!
Not on my watch!
In a bind?
Freeze Blaster! Photon! Lightning Condensed!
Dragon Swarm!
Still! Do it!
River!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Here's a heal!
This one's all mine!
First aid!
Appreciate the help.
You're mine! Ignite! Dragon Swarm!
Going in!
Now you see what I can do!
Photon! Lightning Condensed! Healing Thunder Blade!
Okay, here I go!
I owe you, Theon. Healing is what my arts do best. All I can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Dragon Swarm!
Annihilate! Crumble!
Dragon Swarm!
Heal Force! I'm out of ammo! I'm ready for Annihilate!
How do you like being pounded into shape?
Blue escape! The flaming side down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I've been doing really great lately.
This looks nice and tough.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Here I go! I'm only getting
Anything
started!
in armor is all mine.
Wind Astral Energy!
I'll smash you!
Dragon Annihilation! Not on my watch! Watch your back! This one's mine! Where are you going? Thunderbolt! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Make it break!
Swarm!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Not a chance! Dragon Swarm!
Look sharp!
Annihilation! Radiant Air Thrust!
Onward and upward.
That's totally fine.
Denied! Flying spree! What can they do?
Sierra, can you take care of them?
No sooner
Don't
said
get in
than
my
done.
way!
Ready and rare!
Light astro! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this!
Deus Roar! I can carve through armor! Look sharp! We've been snaring to me. Yeah!
Take one
Come
for
on! To me!
Inferno
Storm!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Dragon Form!
Not by a long shot.
Dragon Form!
Now, Long, get toasty!
Bird strike!
Good to know my training is paying off.
Forgive you!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
Dragon Form!
Hurricane Strike!
In a bind? Dragon Form!
Healing Circle!
And just like that,
I'm back in. Start by holding the front line.
no sooner said than done.
Will this help?
Go time!
Hurricane Strike! Healing Circle!
Now you see what I can do! Eat this!
Hurricane Strike!
Far enough!
Leave the enemy's arch to
Dragon
me!
Form! No complaints here!
Switch now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Crescent Moon!
Dragon Form! Double Demon Fang! You're right! Dragon Form! I'm not done! Dragon Form! Make it break! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn! Hurricane Thrust!
Hurricane Strike!
Hurricane...
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolition! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No choice! You require a...
Here I go! Hurricane
Take
Strike!
this! Double Demon Fang! Ignite!
Here goes!
Next week!
Where are you going?
I can carve through
Let's
armor!
keep up the pressure!
Double Demon Fang!
Hurricane
Dragon Form!
Look sharp!
Healing Circle! Hurricane Thrust!
Thanks,
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for.
Everyone, get back!
behind me.
It's too
Got it.
dangerous!
I'll leave it to you!
Crazy cascade!
You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Form! Dragon Form!
Water breeze, Lancer! You get the gist. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
I'm nearly done for.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time.
I really don't.
I'm out of energy.
Annihilation!
Hurricane Strike! I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare Demolition!
Double Demon Fang! This one's all mine! Double Demon Fang! Burn it down!
If it's in the sky, it's mine. I never miss. Maximum burst. Not on my watch. Flaming meteor. Inferno crossing. Here's even.
My turn!
Photon raging cascade.
Dragon
Here's a
Form!
free laser.
The flame inside is yours to be let free! Ignite!
Here, let me help.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Double Demon Fang!
In a bind?
Out of armor.
Shattering pieces!
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Form!
Make it rain. Lost. Get toasty.
Bird Strike! Now!
Hurricane strike.
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
I'm out of ammo.
Double Demon Fang!
Far enough.
Here I throw
Back into the
pain.
fray. Hurricane strike.
Take this!
This one's mine. Not on my watch. Hurricane strike. I'll heal you. This one's mine.
Amazing.
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Here?
It's here?
Yes. All the energy flowing through the wedge comes together and collects here.
Is that thing a Zoogle? Holy crap, it's huge!
A central core and a guardian?
Once we beat that thing, it'll stop the wedge from taking in any more astral energy, right?
It seems we're in for a fight regardless.
Here it comes.
Stay sharp, everyone!
Is there no end to what the Renans can cook up?
I don't know if that's a machine or what, but I do know it's pissing me off!
Watch yourself. There is no knowing what it is capable of.
Any other wisdom you want to pass along?
This'll come in handy.
I can carve through armor! I'm not done!
Explosion!
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Spear! Here's the evil!
Hurricane Thrust!
Freeze Laser!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Dance in the wind! By the air thrust! Dance in the
Hurricane
wind!
Thrust!
Air thrust!
Tear! Can't get out of this! Hurricane Thrust!
Denied!
Tear!
Oh, sparkling stars of light! Rain down and purify!
You're mine!
Thrust!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Hurricane Thrust!
Come on! Dragon Swarm!
Primed and ready! Oh, sparkling stars of light! Rain down and purify!
Hurricane Thrust!
Without a trace!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
This one's mine! Meteor storm! Dance in the wind! Right here!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Freeze laser! Radiant pierce!
Hurricane Thrust!
Head left!
Tear!
And again!
Hurricane Thrust!
Meteor storm!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Oh, sparkling stars of light! Rain down and purify! Where are you going? Meteor storm!
Hurricane Thrust!
Air thrust!
Tear!
Leave the charge!
Hurricane Thrust!
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Denied! I'll smash you! In a bind?
Here, let me help.
Dragon Swarm!
Hold on to your heart. Here's
Double
Glacial
Demon
Spear.
Fang!
Here's the evil.
Hurricane Thrust!
Freeze
Tear!
laser.
Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Hurricane Storm!
Don't mind if I do.
Hurricane Thrust!
Dance in the wind. Air
Hurricane
thrust.
Thrust!
Here.
Go in! Now! Tear!
Dance in the wind. Into the fray.
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Here I go. Dance in the wind.
Hurricane Thrust!
Air thrust.
Reinforcements incoming! Not a problem!
Eat dirt!
Here's a healing arm. Sparkling stars.
Okay, here I go.
This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Here,
No
let me
further!
help. Dance in the wind. In here. By the power of strength. Finish without a
Here I
fight.
come.
Take it down. Cross leg.
Dragon Swarm! Move it! It's enough!
Sparkling stars.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Spear.
Double Demon Fang!
This fight's here than you look! Can't change the future without getting your hands dirty. No matter.
Try harder! Double Demon Fang! I'm gone! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Take this! No further! We can turn the tables on them.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. Ignite!
Armor won't save you!
Dragon Swarm!
Get here! This charge! You've got a knack for battle.
I still plan on training, though.
That's what I like to hear.
As impressive as always.
Here I look like a complete.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Xion actually look well.
Where are you going? Rain down. Where was I? Light! Precipitation!
To me.
Meteor
not done yet! Hurricane thrust! Hurricane thrust!
Rain down and purify!
Anything in armor is
Make it
almost...
rain! Out of it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Is it over?
What the hell is going on?
It's too dangerous! Stay back!
You okay?
Hey, are you crying?
I'm not the only one.
I heard it. Whatever it was, I heard it.
As did I. I'm not sure I'd call it a voice, but it was there.
What in the world just happened?
That was Dana's astral energy we just encountered. And I think what we heard might have been its voice?
You're saying astral energy has a mind of its own?
I haven't the slightest idea. But do you remember what happened when we fought Balsef back in Calaglia?
You mean when that fire monster came out of the spirit vessel?
Exactly. There was such a huge overflow of astral energy, it caused a monster to spawn and take physical form. Maybe the same thing happened here, just with way more astral energy and a bigger monster.
Does that mean if you gather enough astral energy, it can become sentient or take a physical form?
That's what I'm guessing, but it's just speculation. Master cores are able to hold a lot more energy than a spirit vessel, but we still haven't seen anything like that happen in our dealings with them.
That being said, there may be a mechanism of sorts inside Master Cores and spirit vessels that prevent such reactions.
That fire monster. I remember how it only appeared after Balsef's spirit vessel broke.
Then the reason Rinwell was able to sense all that astral energy earlier must have been because it was too much for that Zoogle to contain by itself.
So, then where do you think the Zoogle went? All that energy and poof, it's gone. The Zoogle with it. Doesn't that sound weird to anyone?
Indeed it does. However, in order for us to move our hypothesis forward, We will need to gather more evidence first. On that note, how are you holding up, Rinwell?
I just can't work out why. Why the voice reached out to me first.
Rinwell?
I can't help but wonder if it's because of my heritage that I was the one to hear it. Sorry. That's a strange thing to think, isn't it? Anyway, we should get going, right? We need to make sure the energy flow has actually stopped.
Are we gonna have to take this winding path all the way back down, too?
Yeah, but if anything, it should be easier than the climb up.
Really? Well then.
Actually, I've heard it's easier to develop muscle aches when going down.
Seriously? Everything all right? You kinda looked like you wanted to get something off your chest.
Huh? Oh,
Or not, you know, whatever.
yeah. You know...
Yeah?
Sorry, never mind. Just forget it.
You wanna try being a little less cryptic, maybe? All right, jeez. Sorry for taking an interest.
Stop it! It's okay, Hootle! Sorry. I guess I still don't really know how to put it into words.
Nah, that's fine. No rush. It might help you to talk about it, though.
I'll keep that in mind. And thanks.
Forgive you!
Hurricane Thrust!
Far enough!
Hurricane Thrust!
Take this!
Hurricane Thrust! Not today!
On guard!
In here!
Take this! Devastation!
You got company!
Hurricane Thrust!
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the sun. No way.
Through armor! Dragon Form!
Not on my watch! I'll fix you up! Recover!
This one's all mine! Dragon Form!
Prepare to be seized.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning!
Double Demon Fang! Burn!
No further! Make it rain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! Dragon Form!
Bronze and wedge! Take it! Where are you going?
Make it rain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Glacial spear!
Dragon Form!
Sleep now!
How about this?
More for the south side!
Here's make it rain!
Over! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Not too shabby, if I do say so myself.
Far more than the power I can conjure alone, that's for sure.
Was that a compliment?
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
I'll smash you! This one's all mine! Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
How about it?
Freaks!
What did we just do?
Shield, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Form! Try harder! Not kidding! You're mine! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Come one, come all!
In here.
Easy and snaring to me.
Yeah. And totally to me.
Double Demon Fang! Ignite!
Only getting started.
Take this!
Dragon Form!
Not
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Ah, guess I misread the landing.
Let the marksman handle this.
You wanna play?
Come at me.
Where
are you going?
This one's all mine. Double demon armor won't save you.
Recover!
Going in. Burn it out. I'm ready. Dragon Force.
Far enough!
No further. Make it go. Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Blast!
Get him.
Yeah! Nice technique!
Don't look very well.
Maybe my arts do have a place in this world.
The heavens must be smiling.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Try harder. Now. Dragon Force. Here I go.
Not on my watch!
I can carve through armor. Time to let it rip. Dragon Force. The flame inside is yours to be let free. Now I can let loose.
Just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. It's time. Take this. Double demon fang.
Hook shot! Rise and ready! Flare, this one's mine!
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Double demon fang! Dragon Swarm!
Here I come!
How do you like being pounded into shape?
Dragon Swarm! Flame inside me! Yours to be let free! Dragon Swarm! Look shot! I'll smash you!
Round and pound! Meteor storm! Dance in the wind! Here! Feel!
Dragon Swarm!
I require a hat.
Can't get out of this!
By the power of water! Gale force!
Dragon Swarm!
Here I come! Burning strike!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it. I'll bring you back from death to this. This one's mine.
Resuscitation! Here's a healing arc! First now! I'll be saving this one! Hurricane strike! Dance in the wind! Here!
Far enough.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Look shot.
The flame inside me! Yours to be let free!
Gale force!
This one's mine.
Ignite!
Do it.
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
My turn!
Not by a long shot.
Gale force! I'm gone!
Double demon fang!
Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
Take this!
Round and pound!
Double demon fang!
Go in!
Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
We're interrupted.
Here's a healing up! Thanks for the healing! Watch yourself, okay? Yeah!
You too. Take
Energy armor is all mine! Dragon Dawn! Burn in hell!
sleep now.
Armor won't save you!
Far enough. Healing circle.
Dragon Swarm!
Not in your dreams.
Now we're not.
Can't
get out of
this.
Inferno
My head's spinning just watching.
Glacial fire! It's on! Burn in hell! Dragon Swarm!
No more playing nice.
Look out! Dragon Swarm!
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Don't push yourself too hard.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Shattering! Healing now! Attack time! Healing circle! This
Dragon Swarm!
Take one shot! More with that!
In a bind?
Get toasty!
Burn strike! My turn!
This one's mine!
Vacuum blade!
Into the dagger blade! That's my cue!
Shut him down! Vacuum blade! Vacuum blade!
This one's got your name on it!
Not
on my watch! This one's mine!
Vacuum blade!
Everyone still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat. Forgive you!
How do you like being pounded into shatter?
No further!
Explosion!
The flaming side is yours to be let free! Burn in hell!
We'll do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn!
Water astral energy!
Vacuum blade!
Healing circle!
And just like that, I'm back in it. Start by holding the front line. No sooner said than done.
Vacuum blade!
One more!
Double demon fang! We did it!
As impressive as always.
Ah, and here I hoped I was improving.
I can feel my precision improving.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual.
Brace yourself! This one's tough! Far enough! Take this! Vacuum blade!
Ready and quick! Here goes!
You're mine!
It's in the sky! Inferno crossing!
An astral...
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Here goes!
Burn in hell!
Here's Eagle!
Vacuum
Not
blade!
on my watch! Free Blazer!
Switch naked blade! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn! We did it! My turn! Hurricane Thrust! Hurricane Thrust!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
That's still got a ways to go.
It looks like that beam of light has stopped.
Then is it safe to say we've avoided oblivion for the time being?
I can still sense a faint glimmer of energy, though. It hasn't completely dispersed.
You can tell?
Rinwell, your senses seem a lot sharper than before, don't they?
And you said you heard that voice, right?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel bad, though.
If trace amounts, however small, do remain, then it leaves us no choice. We must destroy the entire structure.
What do you suggest? We bring it down piece by piece?
Once that's done, what do we do then?
We go to Lenegis. Even if we could destroy the whole wedge like he suggested, it'd only buy us time. The fact they sent this thing down tells me they're not giving up this planet without a fight.
There's also the matter of the Renis Alma. Its circumstances still have yet to be truly resolved.
But how do we even get to Lenegis?
What if we hotwire one of their starships? There's gotta be one on the planet somewhere, right?
Starships are only seen on Dana at the start and end of the Crown Contest. Otherwise, they remain on Lenegis. Believe it or not, we Renans down here aren't quite as free to come and go as one might think.
Great. Well, I'm out of ideas then. We definitely don't have the tech to build a starship. And even if we found a Renin who'd help, who knows how long that'd take.
Yeah. Waiting for a starship to come down from Lenegis would probably be quicker than that.
Wait. Alphen, when you came down from Lenegis, it had to have been in a starship of your own, right?
Right. Oh, of course.
You can't be serious. That was 300 years ago. There's no way it's still gonna work.
That Alphen didn't wake up until a few years ago. That means it had to have still been functioning that whole time to keep his body preserved.
Indeed. You wouldn't happen to remember where you landed, would you?
My memories around where I parked are still a little hazy, but I do know that I woke up in Calaglia. So chances are it's still in the area. At least it's a place to start. Luckily, that realm's my old stomping ground, so I should be able to get us some help finding her.
This is it.
Yeah. As long as Lenegis stands there, there's no avoiding it.
So what's this help in Calaglia you're planning to enlist?
My buddy Nath. If anyone there knows something, I figure it's him. But first, we need to catch a boat and get back to the mainland. Our first port of call is Ulzabek.
Back where you first started out.
Yeah, along with my dad.
You okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm just a little seasick, that's all.
Liar.
Huh?
You heard me. You've never been good at hiding your emotions, Shion.
Excuse me? Just what do you... No. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is it about Alphen?
No. Not just him.
Something you can't talk about?
Rinwell, I'm not like the rest of you.
Of course you are! No, I'm serious. Back when we first met, I think maybe then I did think we were different. But now I know that isn't true. You and I are the same, Shion. We're alike in more ways than you know. If any of us is different, it's me. I'm a Danon who can use magic. I may be the last. My family and I have been living in hiding as long as I can remember.
Everyone has their own pain that can be hard for other people to understand. I saw the two of you talking and thought you could use a third wheel. So, here I am. Sorry.
If anyone's the odd one out here, it's me. Believe me, you don't want to listen to my problems.
Want me to go?
I didn't say that.
I get that you must have a lot circling around that head of yours. And that's okay. Whatever's worrying you right now, you're allowed to worry about it. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know I'm not a Renin like you, or a mage like Rinwell.
I'm not a sovereign, maiden, or lord. I'm just a Danon who used to be a slave.
But regardless of all that, I'm here for you, Shion.
That goes for me too. We all want to be there for you. Me and Hootle and even the boys. I promise. I mean, that is what friends are supposed to do, right?
I said this to Alphen, and now I'll say it to you. You're not alone in this.
Thank you. Rinwell. Kisara.
And right on cue, I think I should make my way back and lie down for a bit. My battle with this ship continues.
Yeah, I better head back too. We wouldn't want the guys thinking they're in charge. Can you imagine Law at the helm? Who knows what kind of trouble we'd get into?
Still, if that's true, then it's all the more reason I have to do this.
Aw, are you tired, Hootle?
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
All right, something is definitely up with Shion.
Yeah, something big by the looks of it. I've never seen her so serious.
So, do you think we should say something to Alphen then?
I was wondering the same thing myself, but then it occurred to me. Whatever this thing on her mind is, it's probably the last thing in the world she wants people to know about. If she's trying this hard to keep it secret, then it's not really our place to go telling people before she's ready.
Yeah.
I can't tell them. There's just no way I could, right? What am I supposed to do?
Ah, Calaglia. Feels like it's been ages.
And wasn't Zephyr with us too?
Dad.
Hey, chin up. This is your hometown.
Everyone around here looks so much happier than they used to.
I'll say. It feels like an entirely different place. I suppose it's had time to adjust to its newfound freedom.
Zephyr would have been so happy to see this.
Yeah, he really would have. Especially if he knew Law was... Law? Something bothering you, Law?
Nah, I'll be fine. It's just, you know.
It still weighs on you, doesn't it? Running away back then.
I abandoned my home. Then when I finally come back, it's been liberated. What's important is that it's free. I get that, I do. I just... I should have been here.
Just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head to...
Hey, Nath.
What? Can't you see I'm... Alphen?
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renan rule, I'm up to my ears in Danan disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renan starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegis.
Lenegis? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Well, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close. It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg?
That ring any bells for you?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calaglia. I was just there recently, investigating a report of a meteor someone saw.
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
I wonder if it could have been one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason to check it out. Can you tell us how to get there?
The old Zion mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. Go ahead and use that. But you should be careful.
Huh?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor, but there's a giant Zoogle running riot in there. Never seen anything like it.
A Zoogle, huh?
Well, I turned back as soon as I caught sight of the thing, so I can't tell you much more. Just be real careful if you head out that way. Hmm? All right.
I guess...
Right.
I didn't like the sound of that monster Nath was talking about one bit.
Well, we have to press on. We're going through Zion Mine to Berg Volcano. Let's move.
Everything okay with Hootle, Rinwell? He seems kinda out of spirits.
It must be the heat getting to him. We don't get these kind of temperatures back in Cislodia.
Galaglians born and raised here struggle with it too, so it's no surprise.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born in a winter wonderland.
Actually, Dan and owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're born doesn't affect their appearance at all. But that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still just a baby. Whew!
You mean their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up? Weird.
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful painting.
I think he suits his snowy complexion. It'll feel strange to see him change.
How awesome would it be if his head and wings were different colors? And his stomach and sides, like a map of our travels! Ow, lay off, will ya? So much for the heat making him docile!
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Hootle takes pride in his appearance, you know.
Fascinating. An appreciation of aesthetic beauty in an owlet so young.
Dohalim, I think you've drawn his attention.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
You got... Guys checked your equipment lately?
Feathers, beak, eyes. Yep, everything looks good.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Thinking some more about how to realize your ideals?
No. Actually, I've been trying not to obsess about it as much as before. I find when I think too much about my ideals, I get hung up on the reality of things and lose sight of what's really important. I know what it's like to go hungry, to lose your family. That should be reason enough to fight for a better society, so nobody else has to. Sorry about that.
Even thinking about things will make you hungry after a while. You wait here. I'll go whip something up for you.
Thanks for the food.
What's so funny?
Nothing. Just impressed at how good of a cook you've become.
Well, we've been on this journey for a while now, so I've had more than a few opportunities to hone my skills.
Yeah, and now I have a good meal in me. There's a simple kind of happiness that comes with that, you know? One that's more powerful and convincing than complicated logic can be.
That reminds me of something Law said, about how talking too much doesn't put food in people's stomachs.
That sounds like Law. But it's true nonetheless. When you get down to it, all you really need is enough food to keep you full, and to be surrounded by people you love. Everything else comes second.
Speaking of people you love, I haven't heard you talk about Miguel much lately.
Wow, okay. Way to make me feel like the worst sister ever. But you're right, I haven't. If I'm honest, I think it's because I finally found other people I love just as much. Whatever kind of society we end up having after this, it needs to be a place where I know you all can be happy. That's my starting point for now. Don't worry. Once I finish folding these clothes, I'll go to sleep. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
It's quite hot here. The climate feels different from Menencia's.
It's gotten much cooler since leaving town, though.
Does that mean eyes were burning holes in us?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So we're back in the Zion mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law. So hot.
Well, yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship. And fast.
That's far enough! Demon Fang!
It's over.
Here,
In a bind?
Only getting closer to the ice.
I've got plenty to go around.
Empty airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Arch field.
An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
All right, it's showtime. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here I go.
Not yet! Hurricane Thrust! Hurricane Thrust!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. This could be useful.
You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much.
flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Eternal devastation! All yours! Eternal devastation! Take this!
Here goes! Don't mind if I do!
Eternal devastation!
Now, farewell! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally! This one's got your name on it!
Come one, come all!
Where are you going?
Eternal devastation!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This calls for a celebratory drink.
Little help! Water! Hear my call! Here comes! Far enough! They're hiding thick as armor! Not on my watch!
I'll smash you! Flying freak!
What can you do? This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
The water radiation!
Eternal devastation!
Split it open!
Be my guest! Here I go!
I'm only getting
Eat you!
Hurricane strike! Here! This one! Snowing! This one's got your name on it! Good water here! Hurricane strike!
Eternal devastation!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
My face is starting to sting, and my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Xian? Oh, wait. I bet you're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Guess I misread the landing.
No choice!
Let me help!
Why'd you human?
To stop you dying?
The bigger they are, the harder they fall!
Carved through armor!
There you go! No let up!
It's over!
This one's Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
You were practically a blur. Together with your marksmanship, we make quite the team.
Consider yourself finished!
Get behind me!
Total devastation! Burn in hell!
Not in your dreams!
Double demon fang! Try harder! Double demon fang!
Where are you going?
Total devastation!
When it is tight! Hurricane strike!
Their arms
were interrupted! Crazy
Total
killing!
devastation! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Double demon fang!
over so soon?
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I think I'm getting stronger.
That equipment should come in handy. Andy.
Seriously? Is this a joke? Far enough! Hurricane Here I go!
Glacial
Anything in order at all?
This one's mine!
Armor won't save you!
Glacial Spear!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Eat this!
Now! Bizarre! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot.
No further!
Tiger Blade! This one's mine!
ready and rarely. Armor won't save you.
Glacial Spear!
Flaming meteor! Demon descent! Flashing bang!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Not today! Total devastation! Ready to win! Armor won't save you! Eternal devastation! No further!
Raging cascade!
Eternal devastation!
Very well! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory!
The flame inside me!
Naturally! Do it! Frozen!
Hammer! My turn! Hurricane thrust!
I never miss!
Hurricane thrust! Eat dirt!
Going in your dreams!
Your arts are really incredible.
It's thanks to you as you use them.
But I promise I'll always be here.
Just like that! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
This bridge will hold itself together, right?
Most definitely. Though I won't make any promises.
Which one is it?
Callous. Calcifer.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
Hurricane thrust! I'm looking back!
Freeze blast! Anything normally!
Take this! Eternal devastation! The flame inside me! You're
Astral energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them!
All in a day's work.
Where are you going? This one's mine! Where are you going?
Look sharp!
Do it! Now you see what I'm doing! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Raging
My turn!
cascade!
This one's all mine!
In here! Healing circle! I'll be saving this one!
Now I can let loose! Burn it
Make it
down!
rage! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here it goes! Hurricane strike!
Eternal devastation! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Ridwell! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! A flawless victory! Going in! Naturally!
Crush! Eternal devastation! I'm not done! It's time!
Hurricane strike!
Eternal devastation!
Not on my watch!
Can't get out of this! Chitara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
feel sprightlier than before.
Out of our way! Far enough!
Shattering the pieces!
Attack time!
You picked the wrong fight! I can carve through armor!
Now! Inferno! Get toasty!
Burn strike! Take this! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
The waters have created.
Here I come! Eternal devastation!
This one's mine.
Take this!
Here! This one's got your name on it!
Ask to ask!
A victory for the ages.
Hi, Hoodle! Glacial spear.
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
In here!
Eternal devastation! Ignite!
Get on in there together! Healing
Demon Fang! Okay. I can carve through armor!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with my sword.
Shield.
No more playing nice! On guard! Radiant Pierce!
We should turn the tables on them.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
Here goes!
Eternal devastation!
Inferno Cascade! Seal!
Eternal devastation!
Glacial fire!
Eternal devastation!
Inferno Crusher! This one's mine! Here goes!
Eternal devastation!
Take that! Magic is there!
Burn in hell!
Spread!
Eternal devastation!
In here!
Dragon Blade! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
The waters of
My
creation!
turn.
Magic is there!
Tear!
Going in here!
Armor is all down!
Warrior power!
Make it rain!
You sure you still want to press forward? If something happened to you...
It's crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there'll be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try anything funny. Especially you, Loth. No pushing anyone, not even as a joke.
I'm not a little kid!
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Not necessarily. Both of them contain Earth astral energy. Luckily for me, this area is rich not only in fire energy, but Earth as well.
You go. Eternal armor is all mine. Let's keep up the fight. In a bind. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Hear my call. Piercing roar. Here's evil. Magic is out. Switch now. My head's spinning. Just watch me. Ready to go.
Eternal devastation.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Little help. Looks like I can carve through armor.
Hurricane thrust. Burn in hell.
Glacial punch.
Hurricane thrust.
Big waterfall. Burn up.
Aim for the weak spot.
Light burst forth. Radiant Genesis. Here, let me help.
My turn.
On guard. Appreciate the help. Radiant here.
In a bind. The flame inside is yours to be let free.
Hurricane strike. Here.
Amazing.
Astral energy. Full throttle. Go.
Flawless victory.
Eternal
Naturally.
devastation.
Free blazer.
Eternal devastation.
Radiant here.
Could have been worse.
This one's mine. You want me? Come get it. Now you see what I can. Shattering of pieces. Nail strike. I'll smash you. Confiscated. Hurricane strike. On guard.
The flame inside is yours to be let free. Double demon fang. Double demon fang. No further.
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare demolition!
Here I go.
Eternal devastation.
Burn up!
Double demon fang.
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Y'all tip your hands up.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope I get you.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
The flame inside is yours.
I don't know what I do.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Here I come.
I owe you so much, Rinwell.
Maybe my arts do have a place in this world.
Sure, there's tons you can do.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet and
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
thing!
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go! This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared!
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogle? Take care of them while keeping an eye on it!
Tear! Stop!
It's time!
Here I go! I never miss!
Devastation! Burn!
I can carve through armor!
Look
No further!
The water's confiscated! Healing circle!
I have devastation!
Radiant here! Inferno!
Devastation!
Go! I'm only getting radiant here! Let's keep up the pressure!
Shield and tank! Their arms were interrupted!
Laser
I can carve through armor!
Internal devastation!
My head's spinning just watching!
Take this!
Hear my call!
No further!
Raging cascade! Fled! Here's evil! I'll be saving this! It looks like you got this one covered!
Armor won't save you!
Shield and break!
Disasters made one! Water! Hear my
That
call!
can easily be faced.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
All stuff up! Here's the purge malevolent!
Don't demon fang!
Eat now! Look sharp! Get on in there with the others! Radiant
Take them here!
Come on! Our
Take this!
All disasters
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
The helix of purity!
Restore the station. I'll bring you back from...
Sword Rain Alpha! Internal devastation!
Confiscated!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Internal devastation!
There you go! Don't let
Not
up!
today!
Here's the big waterfall!
Internal devastation!
Stockpile!
In a vine?
I'm all stopped up!
Internal devastation! Take this! No escape!
Here!
Make it break!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Glacial
Double
Shield.
demon fang! Internal devastation! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
I've got plenty. All round.
See a new lease on life! More for the stockpile!
Try harder! This one's all mine!
More for the
Take
stockpile!
this!
You pick
Anything in armor is all mine!
It's weakened!
I don't...
this ends now!
Denied! I only one back.
Internal devastation!
Armor won't save you!
One more!
This one's mine.
Now! Very well! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Here, let me help. First aid! What would I do without in the sky is mine!
Here come more.
You'll just have to keep fighting.
Astral that's my cue!
Shut him down!
Where are you going? Let the monster handle this! Dream!
Ignite!
Where are you going? Now!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
This one's mine.
Drops in pain.
Take one!
stop your life! Now! Double demon fang! You may be dismissed.
Can't be happening.
Double demon fang!
Not on my watch. I'm being
Double demon fang!
This one's mine.
Shattering of pieces! Attack time! This should do it!
Reinforcements incoming! Not a problem!
Take this! Armor won't save you! Not today!
Far enough!
Hurricane thrust!
Don't mind if I do. Here goes! I never miss! Raging do it! Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done!
Eternal devastation!
Hurricane crush! Here I go!
Burn it!
Only getting radiant bananas! Let's go! Go get it!
Eternal devastation!
Here! Going in!
Eternal devastation!
Ready to sleep now!
Can't move!
Still! The waters of creation! Radiant
Now or never!
No, it won't end like... Get on in there with the others! Going in! I'll bring you back from this one's mine! Can't be happening!
Not done yet! Jump!
I can feel the medicine
Mind is broken!
going in! Radiant here!
Double demon fang! Can't get out of this! Eternal devastation!
I'll bring you back from
Eternal
this!
devastation!
Ready to go! Do it! That's gonna
Double
smart.
demon fang!
You're lost!
Stay away from my friend! Double demon fang! Burn!
What was I thinking?
Double demon fang!
Come forth and heal us of purity!
I can carve through armor!
Healing shield!
I owe you one for that.
Be careful not to overdo it.
In a bind! Look shot! Eternal devastation! No escape! Double demon fang!
Healers of purity! Primed and ready! On guard! I never miss!
Eternal devastation! You picked the wrong fight!
Here, let me help on guard!
Eternal devastation!
Confiscated!
Shattering pieces! Attack time! Eternal devastation! I'll smash you!
Now! Long! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
I can handle it.
Let me help! First aid! Just what I needed! It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
Now I can let loose.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alvin!
Watch and learn! That's enough! Go back down!
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go.
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
What do you know? Another big fire monster with nothing better to do than get in our way!
I wonder where the rest of those lights ended up landing. It looked like they were pretty scattered.
Well, whatever they're after, let's just hope none of them are anywhere near a city. An ambush on civilians is the last thing we need.
Well, no rest for the wicked, right? Though with 1 down and 3 to go, it sounds like our headache is just beginning.
I thought you liked the opportunity to flex your muscles.
Against those things? It's not like I have a death wish. Besides, we've already got our hands full saving the world. Dying stupidly won't be much help to the cause.
Yeah, I guess I can't argue with that logic. Sorry.
Hey, is that it over there?
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave? We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Xion can finally get rid of her thorns. Xion?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Xion? Where'd Xion go? How could she just go off on her own? Xion. Xion! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Volron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Xion. But tell me how... How is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shion, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to...
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first. But ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens...
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's... too much. It's way too much.
When this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shion!
Help it!
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this? It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen! We can fight this! Fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shion, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too.
I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events... The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in, then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard? How could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renins. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renins, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you, until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
Huh? Why are you staring at me?
Oh, we thought we'd turn the tables and critique your appearance for a change.
It's not fair if we're the only ones subjected to it.
What?
Did you guys hear? Apparently, she found that dress of hers in some old ruins.
Alphen, we haven't heard from you yet. Would you care to tell us your verdict?
Sure, I guess. To be honest, when I first saw Shion in that dress, I
Quit it!
was absolutely captivated.
Alright, I think that's enough fun for one day.
I must admit, I'm rather proud of this dish.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? Another fine day for journeying, huh?
Tell me, do you ever find yourself tiring of the vagabond existence?
It's better than being enslaved, that's for sure. I get to pick my own destination, for starters. You don't get those luxuries as a slave.
Shackle a man's feet, and you put a clamp on his heart as well.
Then there was the food. Gross slop that left you in a permanent state of hunger. Ugh, you wouldn't believe the things I ate to keep from starving. What about you? This must all sound pretty alien to someone who used to be a lord.
Is that a hint of interest in my past I detect?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Well, certainly starvation was never a concern I had to contend with. The day-to-day grind was largely taken care of for me. I even had help getting in and out of clothes. All that was required of me was standing still while looking solemn.
That's quite the downgrade you've made. It's a wonder you don't sound more bitter.
This might surprise you, but I actually don't find our current situation all that disagreeable. My own hardships paled in comparison to yours, granted. But life as a lord came laden with its own restrictions. Forgive me. Such complaints must sound like feeble extravagances to a Danan.
True, Renin opulence doesn't feature high on my sympathy list. Then again, yours isn't exactly a normal case.
I suppose it's not. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder how much easier life would have been without the trappings of nobility.
You really mean that?
Pay me no heed. Not but the ramblings of a privileged eccentric. Whatever my past, it has led to my being here. That is all the reality I need concern myself with. Next time, what say we discuss relics? Once we finish eating, we should get going.
Did we really just spend that much money?